Hi everyone, I'm Donna Louise and welcome to my YouTube channel for the love of puzzles. Today we continue our journey as we travel around art, an epic 54,000 piece jigsaw puzzle from Grafika. If you haven't seen the other videos I've released in this series, I'll leave all the links in the description below. I suggest you at least watch the unboxing video just to get an overview of the jigsaw puzzle in its entirety. Now today we continue with bag 17, which is section 23 of the jigsaw puzzle. It's another one of those that I like to call along the floor ones. They're probably some of the easiest ones, if not the easiest ones in the entirety of the puzzle. They have this nice molding along the floor. This one isn't too busy, it just has another little kitty cat. Like I said, whoever designed this jigsaw puzzle must have been a cat lover because there's quite a few, I think, in the overall entirety of the jigsaw puzzle. If we pull out our panoramic poster of the entirety of the jigsaw puzzle here, trying not to get too much glare, what's interesting is that this one falls right in the middle. So normally I bend it so you can see better. So we've completed all these sections right here, and we've completed the 4 amazing library sections. I just finished filming that video, so I still have it on the table because I love it so much. So this section is right in the middle, right down here. We don't have that many to go. We only have this one and 2 more along the floor sections, and then we'll be done those. I mean, this is going to be done before we know it. Oh, my goodness. There's just maybe 1 or 2 more sections remaining that I'm a bit worried might be a bit tricky. I do think I've done the most difficult section so far, and they were just over like 19 hours. I don't think any of them will be that long, I say, hoping not to jinx myself. I do think this one will go quite quickly. Not that I try to rush them or anything. It's just that I found a good method to sorting the pieces and building, and I tend to build from the bottom up in this case. And it'll just be a nice fun puzzle. Again, with the bag, it says the artists and the paintings and the years. 2 of them are familiar artists that we've seen before. 1 is new. So with all the other videos, I'll do a voiceover. I'll discuss the 3 paintings and the artists, so we'll learn a little bit of art history together. But yeah, without further ado, and for the love of puzzles, let's get to work on bag 17, which is section 23, as we travel around art. There are 3 paintings in this section of the puzzle. The first is another by Leonardo da Vinci and is titled Lady with an Ermine. It's somewhat small at approximately 54 by 39 centimeters in dimension, and it's currently at the Czartoryski Museum in Krakow, Poland. It's one of Poland's national treasures. It depicts a half-height woman turned towards her right at a 3/4 angle, but her face is turned towards her left. The animal in her arms twists in a similar manner, resulting in considerable counterpoise with the lady, a technique Leonardo explored earlier with the angel in his painting, The Virgin of the Rocks. The subject has been identified with reasonable certainty to be Cecilia Gallerani, the mistress of Leonardo's Milanese employer Ludovico Sforza, the Duke of Milan. Leonardo was painter to the Sforza court in Milan at the time. Now, the animal resting in Cecilia's arms is usually known as an ermine. It's like a stoat or short-tailed weasel. Commentators have noted that it is too large to be an actual ermine, but its size is explained by its being of a largely symbolic nature. There are several interpretations of its meaning and significance, and they are often used in combination with one another. In its winter coat, the ermine was a traditional symbol of purity and moderation, as it was believed it would face death rather than soil its white coat. It was not until the 20th century that The Lady with an Ermine was widely accepted by scholars to be a work of Leonardo's. The attribution is due to the style of chiaroscuro, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, which is the use of strong contrast between light and dark, as well as its intricate detail and contemplative tone typical of Leonardo. Scholars date the painting to be within 1489 to 1491. The second painting in this section of the puzzle is titled La Chambre à Arles, which translates in English to The Bedroom in Arles, which is given to each of three similar paintings by 19th century Dutch post-impressionist painter Vincent van Gogh. The first version of the painting appears in this puzzle, and it's from 1888. It's a pretty good size at approximately 72 by 90 centimeters in dimension. Now, his own title for this composition was simply La Chambre à coucher, which translates to the bedroom. The three authentic versions, described in his letters, are easily distinguishable from one another by the pictures on the wall to the right. Now, the painting depicts his bedroom at Numéro 2, Place Lamartine in Arles, Bouches-du-Rhône, en France, which is the address in France, and the house there was known as the Yellow House. The door to the right opened to an upper floor and the staircase. The door to the left was that of the guest room he held prepared for Gogh. The window in the front wall looked onto Place Lamartine and its public gardens. He started the first version during maybe mid-October 1888 while he was staying in Arles. And he explained his aims and means to his brother Theo like this. This time it simply reproduces my bedroom, but color must be abundant in this part. Its simplification adding a rank of grandeur to the style applied to the objects, getting to suggest a certain rest or dream. Well, I have thought that on watching the composition, we stop thinking and imagining. I have painted the walls pale violet, the ground with checked material, the wooden bed and the chairs yellow like fresh butter, the sheet and the pillows lemon light green, the bedspread scarlet colored, the window green, the wash basin orangey, the tank blue, the doors lilac, and that is all. There is not anything else in this room with closed shutters. The square pieces of furniture must express unswerving rest. Also, the portraits on the wall, the mirror, the bottle, and some costumes. The white color has not been applied to the picture, so its frame will be white, aimed to get me even with the compulsory rest recommended for me. I have depicted no type of shade or shadow. I have only applied simple plain colors, like those in crepes. The painting is currently at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The last painting in this section of the puzzle is by Pierre-Auguste Gogh, a French painter of the academic classicism school. The name of this painting is Le Printemps, or Springtime, Spring, from 1873. It's quite large at approximately 213 by 127 centimeters in size, and it's currently at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City of the United States, but it's actually privately owned. The painting was first exhibited at the 1873 Paris Salon, where it was well received. And this work would go on to become Gogh's most successful work of art and was often copied in other mediums. In terms of the painting itself, Gogh's work depicts a young couple locked in an embrace on a swing amid a forest or garden. The two are wearing classical garb and are seemingly enthralled by each other, described by some as being drunken with first love. So we have our second missing piece. Now remember when I said if we had another missing piece, I would hope it would just be a plain beige background piece? Well, my wish was granted. I've looked everywhere in the bag and I cannot find it. I looked on the floor. I have not vacuumed since I did this puzzle. I only did this puzzle over 2 days, so it was quickly done. Maybe it'll turn up, but alas, no, I don't have it now. I went and I grabbed the piece from another section and put it there. And it fits okay, but encountered a new problem. This is along the edge. And I did notice in this puzzle that piece misalignment mostly occurs along this vertical edge. I didn't think it would be such a big deal, but I grabbed the three pieces, the three adjacent pieces of the section that sits right to the left here. So these pieces will be synced to these once the puzzle is fully assembled. And if you look, and I'm not sure how well that shows up on camera, it's actually quite a bit off. Like that's, well, it's not really that much off. It's only a mil maybe, but the problem is I went and grabbed a sample piece to put there and none fit quite correctly. So if it's a piece inside the center of the puzzle, it wasn't an issue with the other one we were missing. But for this one, my husband's gonna have to try to just trace it out from here and make it on its own, because all the pieces that I tried are they're all just slightly off. So the cut along the edges is just slightly different, slightly off. And although the piece misalignment really, when I'm looking at it, is that even a millimeter? It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's enough that I can't really use a piece from another section as a model. So I'm gonna take these pieces, all these pieces out for him, and he will try to make that piece. The only thing that's really nice is that the coloration should be quite easy to match. It's just beige, one tone. So there you go, second missing piece so far. And I guess this is bag 17, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's 34,000 pieces. So out of 34,000 pieces to only have 2 missing, it's not that bad. But yeah, we'll get to working on the missing piece and go from there. So there's the missing spot, and here is the replacement piece that my hubby made. This was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. One, because I couldn't give him a model piece that fit exactly in that spot, so he had to freehand it and really cut it out. So the cut is not as close as the last missing piece. But the second issue was I thought it would be easy, simple beige background, just one color. Do you know how hard it is to match one specific color exactly? Wow, I think there's about 10 layers of paint on this piece. And then he covered it with Mod Podge. Goodness me. So there you go, let's put that there. It's not perfect, but I think it looks great. I'm so pleased with the overall finish of it all. And frankly, when the puzzle is all put together, you won't even pick it out. Again, at the end, when I'm done assembling all the sections, I will contact Grafika and let them know how many pieces I've missed and which ones they are. I'm not sure if they'll be able to just send me the missing pieces, and to tell you the truth, is it really worth it to send 2 missing pieces halfway across the world? Probably not. I think this is a very good solution, and I'm so pleased. He did a wonderful job. And another section of the puzzle is done. Since this was bag 17, I only have 10 bags to go. Wow, like, we're getting there. What beautiful puzzle this was. So this was section 23. I have a few notes. I would definitely classify this as an easy section. Again, all the ones that are along the floor, they're quite easy to do. And I've really gotten the hang of sorting and building. However, I found the brown for some reason this time. I got stumped and I had to go look at another section of the puzzle for reference just to get me going. I don't know if I was just tired or just needed to maybe take a break and I was puzzling too much, but my eyes, there's quite a bit of shading in the brown and a lot of red tones. I just wasn't seeing it. Nothing was going anywhere. But once I got my mojo going, it was flowing, and boom, boom, boom. It assembled quite nicely. It only took me 10 hours and 47 minutes. Yeah, so that wasn't bad at all. That missing piece though, that was a whole heck of a lot trickier than I expected it to be. So many things against us. It's along the vertical edge. Couldn't find an exact model shape to replacement piece that fit there from the other sections. Hubby had to freehand cut it out. And then here I thought, oh, matching one color would be the easiest thing. No, but it looks great and I'm so pleased. Hopefully that'll be the last of our missing pieces. 2 is enough, okay? 2 is enough. But that's about it. Yeah, no, I don't have anything more to say than that. It's just a lovely puzzle. Again, I'm really excited for the next section because like there's this big, colorful, abstract, I'm going to use the word abstract because I don't know, that's the best way to describe it. And it looks like maybe there's a tree in the middle. I can't wait to hear the story behind that all. I found this was quite interesting to learn the story about the bedroom. Yeah, I'm learning so much and I just hope you're enjoying everything as well. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. For the love of puzzles, I hope you enjoy my videos. Please consider subscribing and until next time, ciao!